Welcome guys to another episode. This is Singapore Airlines in business class in their A350, and I recorded this way back. This was during my Maldives trip for the Ritz-Carlton, if you recall that video, but I just didn't do anything with this footage. It's just been sitting on my computer, did absolutely nothing with it. I was actually gonna just completely tank this video because I recorded this on my DJI Pocket 3 and I did not really like how it turned out, but I mean it's extra footage. I might as well use it for something. I'm about to go back to school, 5 or 6 hour flight away from home, so I thought I might as well do this now. By the way, this was a super short leg. This was from Singapore to Malé in the Maldives, so there's pretty much nothing to record. They didn't give an amenity kit, no pajamas, anything, because well, it was a short flight. They did give bedding. Oh, by the way, let's take a look at the menu first if you want to pause the video here. So if you choose, fantastic selection, and the catering on this flight was just phenomenal. I have no complaints. This was the Singapore to Malé flight, the leg, which usually implies better food, and it was better food because the food on the return trip from Malé to Singapore not that great, but out of Singapore, since it's their hub, it makes sense. The food on this leg was absolutely fantastic. The lounge situation, I didn't even really film I didn't film the lounge, actually, just completely. I did not film it whatsoever because it just wasn't that impressive. It was pretty disappointing, to be honest, which is surprising because you think with Asian carriers being so much better, leagues ahead of North American and European carriers, that they would have the best lounges overall, but it's actually not the case. I found that US lounges have usually, I mean, I can't speak for Europe because I don't really go there too often, but at least for US lounges, I found that regular US lounges do tend to actually be better than most Asian carrier lounges. And of course, that's not speaking for, let's say, the Singapore Airlines first class lounge. Of course, that's going to be phenomenal. I've heard absolutely great things about it, but the business class lounge was not it. The hard product for the seat, I know a lot of people complain about the footwell being super small, but overall, this seat has stood the tests of time. It's been here for ages, and it is still going strong. Just the design of it, they really thought of most things other than the seat well. Not the seatbelt, the footwell. But overall, just the design of, oh, by the way, there was free Wi-Fi for, I don't know if it was exclusively for premium classes on board. I don't know if economy got it for free, but we got a pamphlet and it basically said that we had free Wi-Fi pretty fast. But I guess that's not really true. It was fast in the bandwidth. So once you got a video loaded, it was really fast, but the latency was kind of really bad. It took about an hour for something to actually register, but once it actually did register, then it was pretty good. Now you can see here during this takeoff, the footage is rotated in a specific way, and the reason is because this was pretty much my first time using the DJI Pocket 3, and I didn't know how to get it onto FPV mode, which is when the gimbal kind of follows my hand anywhere it goes, but I didn't know how to do that. So this was trying to be horizontally level, which is based on acceleration. Of course, we were accelerating forward, and if you combine the downwards acceleration from gravity and the acceleration from the aircraft, combine those vectors, it creates this diagonal acceleration, which is why the gimbal rotated itself. And I think it goes out of focus here. I didn't even know how to focus it. I still don't know. Well, I kind of know how to focus it. You tap it on the little screen, but sometimes it's just not reliable because this is filming on a window, and the window has plenty of imperfections, which is an issue. This is the catering service, meal service. You got some warm nuts. I forgot what this drink was. I remember it being pretty good. I just completely forgot what it was. This starter, absolutely fantastic. So, well, I guess it's smoked salmon. Of course, it's going to be good. But, I mean, I'm just saying in contrast to, freaking United Airlines. I hate United. Compared to all those airlines, dude, this was absolutely delicious. The bread here was pretty decent, too. Usually, airlines suck at bread. That is not their thing. It's always super cold and stale. And this main, I forgot what this was. Was this pork or chicken? Something along the lines of that. Whatever it was, absolutely delicious. No complaints whatsoever. And I love how Singapore designs their plates. This was dessert. I basically just asked for a little bit of everything. And I actually just remember right now, because I was trying to remember what that cake was. I think it was a mango cake. And it was so good. I know I'm just pretty much just glazing Singapore Airlines and their food right now, but it was really good. And then there was a fruit platter up front. It's about to go out of frame right now. And then this is a cheese plate, which was, well, it's cheese, it's good. This is what it looks like when the cabin is dimmed. By the way, this is probably the most genius design behind this whole seat. So the bed, you don't actually it doesn't recline all the way to a lie flat bed. You flip this thing on the back, and this part I love because they put all of the bedding behind there, so it doesn't take up space. Most airlines, like United, Polaris, American Airlines, all of those, they take up space when they give you a bunch of bedding and you have no place to store it. But with Singapore Airlines, the mattress is behind the bed, and there's this little area that it uses, so all of the bedding just goes there, and they just put it all there. It doesn't take up any space at all. And this is the landing into Male. By the way, this footage is going to become really blurry in a second. I don't even know if I can't really, I'm kind of sitting too far to tell. I think, yeah, okay, there we go. Now it's blurry. And I think I tried refocusing it, but it was just, you can see kind of the dirty spots on the window, the scratches. It was not focusing on the background. It wasn't going to happen. But Singapore Airlines overall, absolutely loved the flight. The only major disappointment was the lounge again. I don't know why Asian carriers are lacking on the lounge front. Otherwise though, just the soft product, the service, pretty much unbeatable. So Singapore and ANA, the room, they remain my two top favorite products in the world right now, at least in Asia. And I don't really have much else to talk about. Again, it was a super short flight, 5 hours, so they didn't give an amenity kit or pajamas. I think maybe, I'm honestly, if I asked for it, they probably would have given it anyway. Service was fantastic, so I'm sure they probably would have given it if I really did ask. But yeah, that's all I pretty much have. Goodbye.